Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Monday live stream with The Wing. Can't believe it's almost a year since I started to do those live stream. Well, is it? Sometimes I mix up date. It's more than a year that I'm doing stuff on The Wing, but that I've been live streaming on Mondays, I think we're close to a year. And as usual, I'm not ready. Coffee? Good. Just grabbed this mug out from vacation. Went out on the Whale Road in Quebec City. Basically, all along the road, if you look in the water on your left or right, depending on if you're coming up or down from north to south, you can see whales. They just live there. Good morning, Rolf. Well, actually, it's not morning. It's 1:30. New special time today because, well, I'm busy. Life is busy, and I wanted to do more than just an hour because most of the time when I start these live show, it start for, and I'm saying, oh, I'm gonna leave in like 30 minutes, and an hour and a half later, I have to cut you guys down on the question. Petrol Par, what's up? And yeah, I'm just busy. Yeah, I can say this. I'm going out to get my second shot of vaccine later today. If you're not, we're not here to debate about that. You do you. I'm gonna get vaccinated, second shot today. We're here to talk about gear, so enough. Good question from Rolf in the chat. No, he said, I have my wing since March 2020. I'll need to find out this week that I have one of the console with the... Oh, really? You had screen ghosting. Let me ask you, and that may piss a lot of people off or not. Did you have problem before, or is just starting to show up? Because if it does, that mean we're just talking here. Maybe your screen can go bad on you. And that will be really bad because my screen here, so far so good. It's been not having any ghosting issue. Something that I have a hard time with is now my command key on a console. I tried to push them, and since I did a recall of my show 2 weeks ago, I cannot get my function key to work on the console. Maybe I'm not sending out any MIDI information, or maybe there's a bug with MIDI on 11.1, 1.11, 1.11. But I'm having a hard time with that. So I have to do all my change manually. Sorry, guys. I hit the wrong button. But now, yeah, I can have my trackpad with me. Yeah, it's working. Because on this computer, yeah, life. Let's go through my life. Some of you guys like to have some news, so gotta go out into my. I'm gonna go out and tell a life story today. Today I just posted. Well, I just shipped. Not posted. I use Post Canada, but Canada Post. But I shipped my video card of my main rig because, yeah, these things break down. So my regular computer is out of business. I'm using my laptop now with an external box for my camera capture card. A lot of problem, took me a lot of time. Had to buy a really expensive cable from Apple for Thunderbolt 3 to work. Darmin, what's up? And yeah, basically my setup is not the same because I had to took out my hard drive and boot my laptop from my hard drive, and yeah, computers. Like this computer. This is a computer. Just a follow up from Ralph. I was not using the console for the real thing yet. I cannot say if it was there from the beginning. Okay, well, we will never know for sure, probably. But I would like to know if this is a thing. If somebody during this live show had that happen to him, where you did all the tests and your console tested fine in the beginning and your screen was bad, or it's just like going out slowly. So I want to know. Sure, Darman, just post your question in the chat and I will read it as soon as we're done with this. But this weekend I ran the test and got about 200 ghost touch in an hour. Okay, so yeah, your screen is pretty bad. Okay, before I go out to Darman's question, I want to answer this one that I have on Facebook from Ralph Gomez. He basically asked me, is it possible to have a mute group that work only on main 2, just so he can mute some stuff in the... so he can mute some stuff in his main 2, which is Facebook feed or live stream feed, as I understand. I don't know if you're watching these, Ralph, but so far, I've looked at this. Hold on, I got my touchscreen. We're gonna use my other lovely camera here. Which is too bright. Oh. Just in between, please. Okay. Right now, I'm trying. If anybody in the chat know about this, or know better than I do, I don't have all the answers. But if somebody in the chat know the answer for this one, is it possible to set a mute group only for a second main? I don't think so. I've looked at it. I don't find anything about it. If anybody know the answer for this one, that will be really appreciated if you can help people out. If I don't know the answer, we can get together on this. And this is the most annoying thing in the world, where these are not at 0. It will bug me out really bad. And this one, the main fader not being at 0, I'm always having a hard time getting a 0. Here we go. Do I have a OCD? Maybe. That's bugged me out. Anyway, so yeah, so far I don't know. Ralph, yeah, no, he cannot bring. He cannot bring his second main down, because basically what you want to do is to have 2 separate mixes, and on some. You know, he wants to mute, the back. He want to keep the background music. Hold on, how did you say that? I think he wants to keep the background music for the live stream, but not in the room, or the other way around. I use main 2 for live stream, and after worship time, I just wanted to set a custom control for mute all mics without pastors, mic and keyboard background. So yeah, he cannot just mute everything. You cannot DCA that thing too. You cannot create a DCA only that goes out the second main. So I don't know, and I was trying to offer him another solution. Maybe not using a second main, maybe using a group, maybe using and I don't know. I don't know what is the best solution for this. Maybe build a group. or an aux post fader, and you just mute whatever you want, so that way you create another mix. Or maybe the aux situation will be the best one here, but it's hard. It's hard decision making, because let's face it, when we're doing front of house and live stream, we're doing two things at the same times. It's like doing monitor and front of house. There's always a compromise somewhere, because you can do both, but you cannot do both with all the flexibility that you have in the world. So I don't think my name is popping out. So yeah, I'm having some file issues with my scene set. Anyway, you can see me well, you can hear me well. It's gonna be fine for today. Sorry, just I'm used to have my name popping out in the bottom there, and it doesn't. So okay, enough of me complaining about my setup. I was told that I'm more than fine for doing those live streams. So okay. So yeah, Raphael, I have to say I don't know. I will try to think about something, or if anybody in the chat again have an idea, let's see. Edwin, hey Guillaume, did you enjoy your show? Which one? Because I did a couple of shows. I did vlog 2 of these. If you didn't watch, because I don't post these vlogs on the Facebook group, because I think they're out of context. I think this is not. Most of them, well, actually, so far all of them are without the wing, so I could not post them on your on Facebook or on Facebook group, and it's not. It's more the personal stuff. It doesn't help anybody really if I post my vlog on there, so it's not like a video that will help people with their USB recording. It's a different game, I think. So shameless plug here. If you guys want to see what I'm doing, or a part of my reality, and I'm still getting better at it, I'm doing vlog, and vlog is all about the storytelling, and this is something totally new for me. So if you want to see a part of my day, or when I go on a show, that's basically it. So let me catch up with a chat here. Darman got a really good question that he sent me a couple message. Let me read that. I got 2 old keyboards, Roland VA7 and Roland G70. Never heard of those keyboard, but a keyboard to me is just a 1/4-inch output with the signal that you send in there. I want to listen to some music on headphones. I got 2 stereo jacks, so I can put smaller headphone into socket. I had 2 headphone and got this issue. Only getting one side unless I put the headphone jack very loose inside. So okay. I tried 3 headphone socket, 1 the keyboard. Okay, 2 different headphone and jacks. Okay, maybe I see this more and more. Are you using iPhone or other brand of phone that has a microphone on it? These have 4 hold on. I probably have something here that I can show you. Okay. This is a 1/8 jack, and this one is a 3 connector. Phone jack now, the one with the microphone, they add a second connection here that will be separated with another black line, and sometimes that can give you trouble with especially vintage gear that was there way before the 4 connector one were working. So I'm gonna guess here you probably check that out. If not, make sure that you are using headphone that doesn't have 4 or three black line. This is a stereo jack. Make sure that yours is not mono. Mono would not have the middle one. But yeah, check that out. This is the first thing that I will investigate if I were you. If you are using an adapter to go from 1/8, you know what I'm talking about, the 1/8 to a 1/4 inch jack. So yeah, make sure that if you're using an adapter, you are not also, oh, I got one here. If you're using one of these adapter, make sure that you're not using a pair of headphones that has like 4 connector here, because that can screw you up. What else? I skipped a couple comments. Hold on, I'm catching up. Your last one on YouTube. So, okay, so July 8th, you're talking about here, Headwind. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I had a good time with the boys. Drank just enough so I can drive back home. Seriously, don't drink and drive. This is stupid. Just be careful. But yeah, other than that, show was canceled because of the weather, for those of you who didn't watch. So we're setting up, we're doing a sound check, and the rain just started to fall down on us. We had to tarp everything and got the call from the city to just shut everything down. Anyway, the stage was not rain proof, so it was only just a roof, and nobody would have showed up, or yeah, maybe 5 people, but it was a limited show because now we cannot have more than 250 people together in a restricted area. So it was sold out. We had the 250 tickets sold, well, given away because it was a free show. But even if they show up with the rain, it's not fun for us. It's getting to the point where it's dangerous when you have water accumulating on the stage, and when you don't have side walls and a roof, if the band get rained on, nah. So we did the sound check. Sound check was really good. I redid the show. I didn't show it in the vlog because I want to show usually how quick we are for sound check, and this is pretty much what you see. Usually we just plug in. It's always the same mic, the same instrument behind the mic. So the only thing that changed is the room and the PA. I don't really EQ for the PA. I EQ for the monitor, or I try to make, you know, when you put a CD in a PA, usually it sounds fine with a couple tweak of EQ on the main PA. This is what I'm shooting for here. So I have my band perfectly set up on the console. All my channel strip are what I want them to be, and I just EQ the PA until it sounds good. So when the show starts, I can start a show with no sound check, and during the first song I just EQ. Sorry guys. I just EQ the PA until I correct it, and I will remix or move the fader slightly to have the right volume, the right amount of everything that I want in the PA. I'm sorry, Rolf. You did not get the question from Rafael. So he's using... He used main 2 for live stream. Got that away. And after worship time, you just want to set a custom control to mute all mics without pastor mic and keyboard background. So, yeah, I see maybe doing a separate mix with a bus send, and I don't know. I don't have a perfect solution. I would do 2 different mix because you want to do 2 different mix. This is what I want to do. I just tried to read the chat, guys. Sorry, because I'm going up and down, up and down. I'm not consistent. Sorry, Darman. I'm going back to your setup. I tried 3 headphones talking. Well, okay, right. 2 different headphones, 2 different stereo jack. What do you think the issue is? Really good question. You get 3 of them. The Sennheiser headphone and is very old. So yeah, adapter. Maybe adapter. I don't know. And when you move it in the socket, is it doing anything? If it does, that's probably... If you move the connector in the socket and it goes in and out, that's probably the socket. If you are putting your jack not all the way in, that could be your adapter. Or if you are not putting your jack all the way in on the keyboard, that could be there. So work stereo is very loose. Yeah, and the adapter. Yeah, so maybe your adapter. Actually, this is a one that I got from Shure with my in-ears. Well, actually, some of you may have seen that video where I had a lot of Shure in-ear over the past. Where actually 3 pair, 1 in my pocket, this one, and yeah, all the time, all they wanted back was the headphone itself, not the accessories. So I kept all these. And what I was about to say is, one time I ordered a couple of these from eBay, 1/8 to 1/4 inch adapter, and they were bad. They were all like too loose. They were not, the connector from in the 1/8 was not correctly snapping in. It was just bad. So I would say go out and buy a good one for a couple bucks. I mean, these are not expensive, but they are so much of a lifesaver. Get a good quality one. Sure, make good one. I don't know who else is making good one, but maybe if you go, I think Planet Wave has one, and this is the kind of brand that I would trust. Anyway, they're like $5. Spend $5 and get a good one of these. Question from Pancho. I started using an all-in-one PC with touchscreen and mix station. 24-inch screen, Mix Station Pro really works. Great for X32 with the rack. Also connects X-Touch and X-Extender. Okay, good. Have you seen Mix Station yet? No, I didn't. I don't currently own a tablet. I'm borrowing the one from my girlfriend to do show until I scrape enough of money together to get the new iPad Pro. This is what I'm shooting for. Actually, I need to do a tech upgrade. Not that my thing are old or bad. It's just my old iPad, the one that you see me in the vlog. The battery is not good enough for me to do a sound check and a show, so I cannot go 4 hours of use on the X32 app to do a show with it. So it's not good anymore for me to mix a show with, so I need a brand new one. I could change the battery, but the iPad is old. It's around 4 years old. Processing wise, I could still use it, but I'm not gonna win anything in not buying a new one. And I'm gonna say it because I'm a professional and I use these tools as a work tool. I can get basically write-offs from my income with these. So me buying a new iPad every 3 or 4 years is just a way to save money, because I will have to pay taxes on that money if I'm not using it So at some point, changing computer and iPad regularly is a good thing, is a totally bad thing for the environment. But my girlfriend didn't have an iPad, so I give it to her. So it's not e-waste. It's being reused for a different reason. And we have enough child in the family that I can probably roll them off every 4 years and they will get used. So until the processing power of those units is just not usable anymore. My mother-in-law still watching her Netflix on an iPad too, but I think she needs an upgrade. So maybe I could give my old iPad to my mother-in-law. Anyway, she will be happy if that ever happened. But yeah, MixStation, it has to run on an iPad. Works with PC also, but I don't get it. I need to try MixStation for sure, but okay, hear me out. There's a free app available from the person who I bought the product from. So X32 Edit on PC or Wing has some stuff coming tablet wise. So iPad app is working. There is already some free stuff available, and so far that's enough for me. So I probably don't want to spend money on an app, on a third-party app, if I can get the one from the company for free. See where I'm going with that? If anybody over the MixStation guy want to give me a free app so I can try it and I can give myself an honest review of how I would use it on an X32 or I would use it on the Wing, sure, but this is a kind of like $5 to $10 to $20. I don't know how much they charge, but that I don't see a use for it. So MixStation, maybe. I don't know. Maybe if MixStation want to give me an app to try, I will see if that worth the money that you want to spend, but I have no need for it for now. If that get you going, if you like the app and it's good for you, good for you. I just have no need. It's $4 US, so around $10 Canadian with the fees. But seriously, yeah, I have no need. Yeah, 20 for PC. I don't know, man. I'm not. So far, I'm really happy with what I got for free. Maybe it's good. I don't know. I'll find out maybe one day if they want to give me a free one. Update on music from Malaysia. Wings are not available anywhere in Malaysia. And they ask for a deposit waiting time 3 to 11 months. I don't know what the laws are in Malaysia, but Malaysia? I don't know. I don't know how to speak anymore. But honestly, I don't know what the laws are. But here in Canada, Quebec, if you give out a deposit and the product just didn't come, they have to reimburse you, not store credit, not they have to give you cash back. I know the wings are back ordered because here's how it works. People are placing order at the distributor right now for the next batch. And once those orders are fulfilled from the distributor to the store to the customer, they are already back order every time a new batch is coming in for now. So that means that I don't know how many wings can be produced every day, every month, but the demand is higher than what the supplier can give. So I know for now in Canada, you cannot buy a wing. Either actually, I'll be honest, I don't think you can buy a wing anywhere now because they are slower than usual on the delivery of those because of the shipping container thing and the semiconductor thing. So they cannot be built and shipped, and people want them. So it's the same thing as for a video card. Soon, well, actually, if you want one, place your order now. Give it if your deposit is safe, and you got, I don't know, a cashback guarantee. Yeah, sure, do it. I don't know what the laws are where you live, but where I live, it's safe to do so. And if you're using like a big store in Canada, we have Long and McQuaid. It's kind of like Guitar Center in the States, or as big as Thomann in Europe. So, you know, these are not the kind of company that will close down soon. I hope so. So I would trust them if you give them a deposit and they honor it. So let me catch up with the chat again. One advantage of MixStation is that it has the same look and feel for the XR18, X32, and Wing, together with a good amount of customizing the interface. Okay. Seriously, I'm really happy with the X32 app. I feel, well, even when the X32 was on V2, it was looking the same as the console. I really like the X32 app look and feel. It's a matter of the tablet that you're using, but I really like the X32 app from Behringer. So, I don't know. Like I said, if anybody from MixStation want to give me a tryout for an app or a PC, I can try it and let you guys know if I like it better than the free one. But so far, I got all the apps that I need for the X32, for the Wing. The purpose of me having a Wing is I don't want to use an iPad. If I want to use an iPad to mix a show, I will use my X32. So, I don't need a Wing app. I see why some people want to use it. When doing floor monitor with the Wing, I would probably want to use an iPad and go on stage, listen to the monitor, and take decision from there, physically at the right spot where the sound is. But other than that, I don't need an app for now. Hi, Adman from Spain. What's up? From Edwin, when is the Wing going to have a PC editor for the? When's the Wing's gonna have a PC editor for the Wing? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I didn't hear anything about that so far. I know the iPad app is out, and I know the iPad app is out, and yeah, they're working on it. And honestly, everything that we have with the X32, like a smaller version, apps, it's all gonna come sooner or later. Because I think it's a good idea for Behringer to deliver the same support feature. Even if it's not a support feature, I think they're gonna deliver PC and Mac and Linux editor and a smaller version. I'm waiting for the smaller version of the wing and a rack version. They're gonna come. Don't be afraid. There's a wing in Reverb right now with a case for $3,200. There's a wing on Reverb for $3,200. Okay. If anybody wants to buy a wing from reverb.com, I'm gonna guess it's reverb.com. Go take a look if there's one. I don't know about the warranty and everything, honestly. With the amount of people complaining about the touchscreen, I would get one from an official dealer just to avoid any problem with that. Consumer protection in Asia is not as strong as in the West. Okay, I didn't know that. So yeah, I don't know. Go use your brain here. If it's not safe for you to do it and you can lose money on that, don't do it. If here we're protected. If I could be double protected because the law here in Canada is really strong about that. And let's say I pay out with my credit card, I'm back. I got backup also from my credit card company because if anybody if I pay something with my credit card and anybody tried to not give me what I pay for or do not give me the service that I've paid for, it's going like it's going like a fraud. So I got fraud. I got screwed over and I got insurance from my credit card. This is how things are rolling here. I hope it's the same for you because we're really well protected here about that, about losing money on a transaction, official transaction. If there is taxes involved, it's another layer and stuff. And you don't have to do much to deal with taxes. Even personally, myself, as a sound engineer, everything that I do is plus taxes. When somebody wants to hire me, it's plus taxes. What else? Pancho Par, you lose the war. You lose the battle, mate. No. No, you didn't lose the battle, but I don't see why. Maybe somebody else tried to convince me in the chat that Mixstation is worth it, but I don't want this to be an advertisement for the Touch Mix app. But if it's good and they want to give it to me, sure. This is supposed to be drawing a DAW Behringer. Yeah, Behringer is programming a DAW as we speak. I think this will be a game changer because they're getting better with software. They kind of want to compete with most people, I think. I think they want to go in the Pro Tool League or professional user. So if you like Cubase, Logic, or everything. And the thing that made me say that it's going to be good, it's because it's going to be free. So you will have a lot of software for not a lot of money. Unless it's really bad and crashing and not supported, it's free. What do you want? I mean, when I'm thinking about free software, I'm thinking about Audacity. You don't have a lot of software even for free. You know, when you compare that to, let's say, Reaper, I paid for my Reaper license, by the way. If I have to choose between Audacity and Reaper for $60, I'm gonna go with Reaper for $60 because Reaper is a real DAW. Maybe it's not as good looking as you want it to. Maybe the built-in plugin are really not good, as good looking as you want to, but it's working. I can make an album with Reaper for $60, and I could do it with the built-in plugin. It's not gonna be easy. It's better be good sounding from the microphone itself. So I would not have to use a lot of plugin, but yeah, it's a complete DAW. So if Behringer can give you half of that for free, $0, it's not bad. But I'm gonna guess if they make a DAW, you will have all these options in there. I'm gonna guess they will build it something to something that is close to the wing. So you will have, as a built-in plugin, all these gates, all these EQs, and all these compressors, and all the effect, or some of the effect rack, the reverb algorithm. Honestly, everything in the wing is good sounding, and DSP wise, digital signal processing wise, it's probably not that heavy for a good computer processor, because we have computer processing in the wing. It's just smaller, fanless version of that. So if you give that for, if you try to run that on a Intel 9900K processor, which is the one that I'm using, it probably can handle it with some latency at some point, but it is to be expected. But I'm gonna guess, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of feature that we got from the wing, and a lot of stuff built in there for free. From Herman, I use iPad just to control the channel volume, but anything more than that is just too difficult. Yeah. Okay, got your point. I used Behringer for over a year. When I switch, I will never go back. Okay. I heard you're thinking of using the DAW inside hardware to at least. That's what I read under mod post. Okay, I didn't know about that. When I registered my Behringer mixer, I got a Traction DAW license for free. Yeah, I think I tried that like 8 years ago when I had my X32 for the first time. I don't know, man. It's been years since I see Tractor, because I've been a Reaper user for a long time, 10 years or so, and now I've switched to Logic just because, again, I'm paying for built-in plugin, or I'm paying for stuff, and the virtual instrument in Logic are just great. The plugins are just great. I'll be honest here, I used to have some cracked version of some other plugin, like I got the Wave stuff like everybody, and now I just uninstall all that stuff, and I'm using just a Logic plugin for free. But not for free, but the free one that are in Logic. And yeah, and actually Logic, if you want to try it, it's a 90-day free trial. So if you want to get your head around Logic, I'm fairly happy with it so far. But again, I learned it. I was used to the Reaper. Now I switched to Logic, and I just learned it, and now I prefer Logic just because I'm using it more. You know, it's like having different type of console. I prefer the Wing or the X32 because I daily drive those pretty much, or used to daily drive those, but I will soon. shows are coming back here. But seriously, yeah, it's just a matter of using it. I use a lot of Logic Session. I'm happy with Logic. I'm using a lot of Wing stuff. Happy with it. Give me another DAW. Give me Cubase. I will use it. It will be a hard time for me to get back all the shortcuts and everything and all the command keys, but same thing if I were to switch to a Yamaha CL5. It will take me a couple days to get used to it, but it's not a bad console. The only thing I prefer with the Wing is the preamp. That pissed off a lot of people, but yeah, the Midas preamp, the 251, I believe, is one of the greatest amount of preamp that you can get for the money on the market now. I believe that Behringer has had a multi-track software out for years. I think so, but they're working on a new one. Quite like Traction, but I'm using Reaper too. Yeah, Reaper is just something. Okay, I had a discussion with that with a friend before COVID. The guy is really big into TV. He's doing national TV shows, and he's dealing with a lot of people providing him footage for him to mix. So he's mixing camera sound, backtrack. He's doing sound for TV, professional stuff in a pro studio. And he's using Reaper for one reason. One that none other DAW in the market have. File compatibility. You cannot now, even in 2021, in Logic, load some type of file. You cannot load a FLAC file into Logic. Not recognized, don't know what to do with that. You cannot, is it AAIF, the format that is proprietary to Apple and Logic? You cannot load that into Pro Tool. You cannot, I think there is a session file in Pro Tool that you can save your session at, and you cannot load that into anything else. With Reaper, you can read all of these files, and you can mix them up in a session, and you can mix sample rate. If your file is at a different sample rate than the session, it will be converted. You can even set it up that it's not gonna tell you that the file is converted. It's just gonna load it in and say, oh, it's a 96K file, the session is at 48, and just gonna downsize it and fit it to your session. That's why they're using it in TV. Well, that's why he's using it in TV, and that's why I like Reaper, because now I still sometimes use Reaper for some kind of weird project to open stuff, open FLAC file or stamp session, because let's face it, everybody at some point went out to try out the Guitar Hero file. You know, where in the okay, for those of you who don't know, in Guitar Hero you have all the stamps from every song. Or Rock Band, you have all the stamp for every song, because if you don't play your fake instrument on the game, the sound is stopping. So it has to be a 4, 6, 8 track audio track in the background, and you can some people have cracked those game open, and you can download the file individually. So if you want to remix the mix, because those files are already mixed, it's not the raw DAW, it's not the raw file, but it's a stamp. It's basically the EQ and the processing applied to that file. But if you want to listen to them individually, like the isolated track that you see on YouTube, you can download the I'm not going to tell you where, but you can download the Guitar Hero session file or Rock Band, and you can remix that. And some of them are in FLAC format or another format, and no other DAW that I know can read that. Wish they could do a DAW and Wing hybrid. Would love to have an all-in-one mixer, desk mixing studio without having a user PC. Yeah, a lot of people are asking me, like, how can I use only the console to do recording? And so far, the only way to do it is with the SD card, and it's a one-shot deal. You cannot play back and punch in your tracks. So I think I had a conversation with Rob about that. I don't know if he's around, but he will tell you. If you look at the spec of an SD card, it cannot read and write fast enough at the same time for you to record the playback 31 track and record one on top of it, or the other way around, playback or record or playback 31 track. And so I think it would require a different kind of card for that to work. And I could see a market for it, yeah. If anybody out there want to build a card where you can just load a M.2 drive on it, for those of you who don't know, these are the newest type of hard drive they have in really fast computers and laptop. It's really small. Do I have one around? I don't have anyone around, but it's really small. It's about the size of my phone, with about that big. It's the size of a stick of gum. And put that in your computer. You can have up to 8 terabyte now. Plug that in and you can read and write a couple gigs, like 7 gigs read and write at the same time. So hard drive that kind of hard drive will be fast enough. But having a card that will do that process for you is what's missing now. So I'm spitting out ID now. If anybody wants to build it, I don't know, but I don't know how to do it, so go ahead and do it. But if you could have a card for the Wing or the X32 that you can just load in, it will give you like an icon of a tape machine, and you can harm or playback track and create different session, like create different songs, something that basic, it would work. People would be happy to buy that. Add a metronome and a punch-in function, and you basically have like a tape machine from your console. And I can see why people will buy that. It will basically cover the same function as the SD card for playback and record, but if you can punch in, if you can select the amount of track that you want to use and punch in some of the track real time, I would buy it. You can sell that card a couple $100. Someone do it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the knowledge. I don't have the knowledge to do that. So if anybody, Rolf, you've been in the business for a long time, or actually, I don't know if it's you, Rolf, but somebody is or used to be a programmer. I don't remember. Somebody here used to be like a software programmer that usually come to these live streams. Where is the car gonna go put with these new hard drive instead? Yeah, Yeah, instead of using SD card, use a fast enough hard drive. But the thing is, it's two things. We're brainstorming live on an ID that is not copyrighted. So the fact that I'm recording this to my YouTube channel, is that my ID? Can I copyright that? I don't know. But seriously, if somebody could get the physical part and the software part, because it's two things, it's physical and software. Because the wing now on the SD card, you cannot tap here. Oh, sorry. You cannot tap here and have all your 32 tracks showing with record on or off, playback, double function, playback or record. It would need a firmware update. But it could be similar to this, where you just select the amount of track which track that you want to record, and add a metronome just for fun for those of you who want it. And you could record 48 track at the same time, or have up to 48 track session and mix it on the console. It'll give you 50% copyright. Oh, I was thinking about that way before. Sorry, Darman. It's been a long time since I had that idea, and I've honestly talked about it a couple live stream ago. But yeah, it's just a matter of software and hardware getting together. I'm pretty sure it's not complicated because you don't want fancy action, but I think it could be a optional card from Behringer or Music Drive. I'm pretty sure they have some client that would want that. Okay, 20%. Okay, well, change those number around for 2 if I make money out of it. I don't mind give you 2%. But it will be a good idea, I believe so. I'm debating about something. I don't know, and I need to do a poll on that on the Facebook group. I don't know how many people bought the Wing for studio stuff. I believe this used to be marketed as a live console. Because of the pandemic, everybody was home, so everybody tried to record on it. It's a really good thing to record, but those controller. I think the purpose of the Wing is misrepresented. I think this is a live console that a lot of people buy for recording because you have some recording console option on it. But I think the main focus of the Wing was live sound, being an evolution of the X32. But something went wrong with the marketing. It's not... You'd be surprised how many people a week ask me a recording question. Actually, I have one. Hold on. Somebody not that long ago somebody that not that long ago asked me how can he record multi-track and punch in multi-track on the Wing, and I said he could not, and the guy was so pissed. He was like, this is a useless console, I don't get it, is why people buying $5,000 console if they cannot record on it. And I'm like, this is a live console. Anyway, because let's face it, the firmware is far from being final. The software is far from being final on the Wing. You may see some stuff coming up, but I think the real purpose of the Wing is to be a live console. What's attractive from a studio point is the flexibility and the DSP on it, and the preamps, built-in MIDI and whatever. Yeah, I mean, you got 16 input, 8 preamps, 8 line-in. If you have stuff that have preamps on them, like bass amp out. Some of those have the preamp out. It's not just a DI or guitar multi-effects or whatever, or external mic pre. You can record a full band on a single shot with this, with 16 input. 8 input of drums, a couple good mic pre for vocal. You have the 8 Midas preamp inside there for your drum, and take the line out, a real line out of your bass amp, line out of an aux. Those guitar box that people plug tube add into, and the output of these boxes is line, so you can plug right line in the back. And yeah, I mean, you can record full band with these. Actually, yeah, I set up one in the studio this winter for a guy who said that will be the main controller for my DAW. He's not mixing live stuff on it, but he's doing small EQ for live tracking, and he's mixing everything in the box with Reaper. I did this guy a setup, and yeah, Wing is good for that, but I think the main purpose of having a console with 192 possible input, 16 stereo bus out, and up to 96 input at the same time is to do live show, because you don't need that in the studio. You don't really, there's no limit to the amount of input you can have in the studio, but if you have 8 or 16, that's enough. That's enough to record drums, and drum is the thing that take the most amount of input. So, Studio 11 Live. Hey, what's up? I didn't see you before today. It's good to have you back around. He says, "Good to see you good to see you live streaming. I was sick for the last couple of weeks, so I wasn't able to get back to you. Better now. Looking forward to having you come to the studio." Well, let me know, my friend. You sent me an email a couple weeks ago about that. I give you my rate. Just let me know. You got my phone number and my email address there. Let me know. Hope you're fine. Hope it's not COVID. I will be COVID proof later today. Actually, I have to leave in less than 30 minutes to go get the shot. Second, so that means in 2 weeks I will be COVID proof, or 99%, whatever. And to me, this will be over. We can start to have live show back. Well, actually, we do here in Quebec have live show back. This is why I'm getting out on kind of tour. I'm calling it a tour, but it's more a series of show, because let's face it, here in Quebec, we don't have enough people in place to go to justify doing a 40-day tour. Nobody will come out on a Monday in a small town. So we're doing all this. We still cover a lot of places, but on Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday. But most of the time, it's 2 or 3 days a week of show. And we'll just do that for a longer period of time. So this is what I'm going to do. All my month of August is busy. I'm doing 3 to 4 shows a week, because some of them are on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Sunday and Saturday. So I'm going to do that for all the month of August. September too. And after that, Christmas party will be a good part of my income this winter, I'm gonna guess. Nothing booked so far, but pretty sure people will go out and have Christmas party, and I'm pretty sure the budget will be there for for company to hire a band. So expect more vlog if I can, because I cannot vlog all the time from me doing Christmas parties. Okay, in all seriousness, business is coming back. People are coming back. Studio 11, said no COVID-19. I'm gonna say it so just the algorithm can pick it up. COVID-19. Okay, well, guys, if you don't have any more questions, because I know some of you are regular and you know your okay, Darwin, can you mix drunk at a Christmas party? I did it. Nowadays, seriously, I don't drink before shows. I try to keep that for after because I play around too much with my ears, and it's a physical fact that alcohol is playing around with your ear. So I try to be as sharp as I can and not drink and mixing. Yeah, the only thing I mix when I'm drunk is drink. Really good at mixing stuff. Okay, now seriously, guys, because I'm just gonna be early and leave a bit early so I can have my time to rest before I get the shot, and not one of these shot, one of these shot. Thank you for being around. I appreciate those live stream. I'm having a good time, even if technology is playing against me most of the time. You have no idea how much I struggled to get that together today. So, thank you for being here. If you didn't like that video, give it a thumbs up. I know you guys can do that. Give it a thumbs up. It's helping me. Give yourself a round of applause because you guys stuck along with me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, I don't know why you're not. You're watching these live stream. I will get more Wayne content soon. I'm working on this. I'm now in a house break. I have to wait for stuff to be in stock to continue the renovation of my house. So I will have tomorrow, and actually I have 2 days off. No work, no nothing. So I want to try to do video even if I don't have a computer to edit them correctly or as fast and as good as I can. I will try to spit out video. DAW is coming. I have other ID for video. If you guys have ID for video, I'm still keeping note. Even if you give me an ID and I didn't do a video about it, write down in the comment below, not in the chat because I never watched the chat again after the show, but write it in the comments below. I know, Ralph, you gave me one. I need to go back in my phone and look at it, but you asked me for something for a video. Please leave your ID down below. I will get to them, and I will try to do a rush of video this week just to give you guys more content because it's been a month since I've released a Wing informative video, educational stuff. I want to get back to this. So, enough of me rambling. Thank you very much for being my wing flight case. Yes, is one of them. It's coming. I got the GoPro now, so it's easier for me to just move it around, and I got a gimbal so I can make steady shot. So, yeah, it's coming. Okay. I'm out. Seriously, I'm out. Thank you for being here. Subscribe to the channel, like I said a couple of minutes before. And especially Studio 11 Live this time. Please take care of yourself. All of you guys. please take care of yourself. And I see you all later.